But one of the biggest things in the news that we've heard this week is the situation going on in China. We are seeing that we heard that McDonald's in China temporarily closes location after blacks are banned due to COVID-19. We are also hearing about that persons have been blacks, American blacks and African blacks have been kicked out of their homes, out of their hotel, out of their apartments, although they've been paying rent. And certain eateries in China are not allowing black people to go in and eat. So you know what we're going to do? We're going straight now into China. Caribbean Fever 107.5 WBLS David Levy rocking you. Hey, Skip.
Hey, what's up, man? What's up?
How you doing, Big Skip? How you doing, man? Now, Skip, you have DJ'd in China. You are a black guy. You're a black man from New York City, of Jamaican descent, and you have played in China on more than 1, 2, 3, or 4 occasions in the big clubs of China. Have you felt any racism in China?
Mainly not me because, I'm an entertainer and stuff like that. But, it's like every other place with a little bit more spice on it,
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I understand that we're going deep into China now. Do we have a person from China on the line?
Yeah, we have Rob here, my guy Rob.
Hey, Rob, how you doing? Rob. Seems like we lost Rob. Don't forget Rob, are you there?
Hold on, where you at, Rob? Where you at?
Okay, we just had Rob on the phone. Hey, Rob. Well, people understand this. We lost the call. We're going to try and reconnect the call. I think Rob might be moving. So here's the situation, right? In China right now, most of the Africans, they're saying that they're the ones who brought COVID-19, the coronavirus, to China. They're being kicked out of their apartments. They're being they're being kicked out of their hotel rooms, and they're not being allowed to go and. Let me see if I can get them again. 1 second. Caribbean Fever 107.5 WB. Hello.
We have them back. We have them back. These long distance calls, man.
Okay. How you doing, Rob? Rob.
I'm great here. How are you in New York? Hello.
I'm good in New York. So, Rob, let's get it quickly because I don't want you to disconnect again. Where are you from, Rob?
I'm from Australia.
You're from Australia. But what is your origin? Are you
I'm Chinese. I'm Chinese.
You're Chinese. Okay, so you're the guy who brings the entertainers in and take them around.
Yes, you're right.
Okay. So is your mother and father Chinese?
Correct.
Okay. And you were born in China?
No, I was born in Malaysia, but we're all migrants.
You're all migrants. Okay, good. So
Chinese
tell me.
Migrants. Yeah.
Okay, so tell me.
Yeah.
When we're sitting here right now, we're hearing and we're seeing all these videos, black people on the street, and they're mostly black people from Africa, right? And they're on the street that we're hearing that they're being kicked out of their apartments, being kicked out of their hotel rooms, although they pay the rent, and there are limited amount of places that they can go to eat. Is there any facts or truth to these statements?
I think it started with some rumors, and it has started to spread. And after that, the government has got it under the control now, and they issued some statements that it's against the law to refuse black people, kicking them out of their houses and stuff like that. So it's getting better.
So hold on.
Take about a week.
Hold on for a second. So you're saying to me that it did get so bad that the government had to come on and say, do not kick people out of their apartments no more. Do not kick black people out of their hotel rooms, that they should be allowed to stay there. The government had to come and make a statement like that.
Yes, because it started with the rumors that there was a lot of infections among the African community, and that was actually a false rumor. So that started a snowball, and then the government had to come out and make an official statement that there's no such truth in that.
So listen, I'm just trying to be clear here. I know that you live in China, and everybody's got to be aware and be careful of what they say and how they do it. But I just want to make sure for our audiences here, because this seems very, very horrible then we in New York and we in the Caribbean and when we come out in our neighborhoods, we see Chinese stores all over the place, and we frequent them. But then on the other hand, we have to hear that Africans of American Africans, continental Africans, that we're hearing that brown people and black people are being treated poorly, and then we see the videos of these people walking aimlessly in the streets, carrying or pulling their luggage. So I just want to. I know you've got to be careful, but I just want to make sure that all the stuff that we have seen and all the stuff that we have heard does not just go to the wind. That there's some factuals or that there's some facts behind it, and now. Since this has got out there, now the government is willing to make sure and put their foot down and says, look, we can't have this happening here in China. This does not look good, and it's not what we're about.
Correct. The foreign ministry issued a statement last night indicating that you cannot refuse anyone into your venue based on color.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot. It's against law now. And if you're being refused, you can call the cops, and they'll come and sort things out.
You're moving around China now. Exactly where are you in China? What city are you in China right now? If you can tell me.
I'm in Guangzhou in the south.
You're in Guangzhou. So we have heard that this is the same.
Close to Hong Kong. Yeah.
This is the same city where this stuff has been going on, right? This is where we're hearing this thing is happening in Guangzhou. That's one of the main places that is happening.
That's correct.
Okay, so let's get away from that for a second. Okay, tell me, how is life in China before coronavirus? How was life in China? You were bringing Big Skip and other New York and American DJs to play in the biggest clubs in China. How has that been going now since the coronavirus? How is life now after coronavirus?
Well, it's starting to get back to normal. I think it'll take another 2 or 3 months to be actually 100% normal. People are getting back onto their lives. And, yeah, the hip-hop scene here is pretty good. And, you know, hip-hop is pretty, how do I say it? The young people here love hip-hop, you know. It's a good vibe for them. And most of the clubs here are starting to catch on to that, and it's growing quickly. And, yeah, it's really catching on here. And I think in the next couple of years, it's going to be even much bigger.
And
in China now, most of the major cities have got major big hip hop clubs, and now even the smaller cities are catching on, and it's very popular here now.
And how does that go with the old Chinese traditions? You know, sometimes when we think of China, we think of the old traditions. We think of Kung Fu. We think of Bruce Lee. We think of everybody doing Tai Chi, the Shaolin Monastery. How does the new form of hip hop integrate with the historic China that we know, that we see in the movies and that we see in the pictures?
Well, you know, China is a very progressive society now. It's very open, and you know, it's really quite progressive in the way that you know, people start to accept new culture, new music, you know, new ways of life. Well, there are some Chinese traditions they'll hold on to, like Chinese New Year and stuff like that. But the people here now are pretty modern. You know, it's pretty global. I mean, China is part of the global community now, and you cannot stop that. You know, because hip hop is American culture, and they accept that. You know, and that's a good thing. I think it helps them to progress in the society.
Speaking about culture, it was brought to my attention that Kobe Bryant is maybe the most popular entertainer, sports person in China. Is that correct? Kobe Bryant was?
Yes, that's correct. NBA here is very popular. I think it's between soccer, European soccer, and American NBA. These are the two most popular sports, viewer sports here, and also the people also love to play basketball.
Okay, so it was brought to my attention that Kobe Bryant was supposed to be either involved with the league in China or start his own league because of his vast popularity in China.
That's correct. Yes, that's correct.
and now we don't know what's going to happen to that because now, as we know, he's passed on. His daughter has passed on. Not only in China a basketball league, but a female league also. He was looking at, right.
Yes.
So
True.
so who now fills that void from the position that you hold in China as a person who brings all the entertainment or a majority of the entertainers from America to China? Who fills that void? What happens to that void where Kobe Bryant has come to start his own basketball club there, and then also getting the females involved in a structural basketball situation also?
Well, the NBA has a big influence in China at the moment because they've been bringing quite a lot of famous players to all these big cities and doing a lot of programs and performances and public relations gigs and stuff like that. I don't think it will stop. It'll just continue and progress from here.
So here's the interesting thing to me, right? The Chinese people, they love all the entertainers that come from America. They love the sports icons that come from America. They love all this stuff. They love the music. And you guys love also, you love reggae music, you love dance hall and all that stuff too, right? So all that's mixed in with the hip hop.
That's correct.
Right? So
That's correct, yeah.
what I can't understand, you love the arts and the sports and the culture so much. And most of the people who are bringing the arts and the sports and the culture are people of color. And I can't understand, how is it that it could have gotten to a point where what has happened that people were kicked out of their apartments? Is it true that someone started the rumor that the coronavirus was started by the Africans and the Black Americans who were there in China? Did you ever hear anything like that? That they blamed them for starting the coronavirus?
No. That's totally false.
Okay.
There's no attribution of fault to the colored people or the black people in this community. It's just that there were some rumors that there was a lot of infections among the African community that triggered off this.
So you saying that the African community started a problem within their own community? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, there were some rumors that the infections were spreading among the African community, and the Chinese were getting a bit nervous about that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And actually, that's not correct.
Okay. So based.
Yeah, but with the WeChat and all our media, rumors can spread quite quickly, and that's not a good thing.
Do you guys have access to Facebook in China?
No, we need a VPN to do that.
Do you have access to Instagram, Twitter?
No.
So how do you get information what's going on in America and the outside world?
Well, most of us have a VPN to get over the firewall, and most of us know what's happening around the world, and the news here is pretty up to date.
Mm-hmm. But listen, man, I want to thank you for having the courage to come on and at least give me some semblance of what's going on in China. But I want you to know that people all over New York, people in the Caribbean, we see. We have Chinese friends. We do business with Chinese people, and there are a lot of Chinese stores in our neighborhoods. And when people heard this news, they were very upset that our brothers and sisters would be on the street pulling their luggages and stuff like that for a reason that you just told me that is false. But I guess that maybe amongst the people of color. You're saying that the virus started to spread rapidly, and that's what brought about the concern and the chaos of what led for these people to being put outside. But he says the government now has made a statement that no one in China cannot take in or stop a black person from renting an apartment or going to a hotel or stopping them from eating. The government made that clear today. Am I correct?
That's correct. I think in the next 1 or 2 weeks, all this misunderstandings going to go away.
Okay. Have you been to New York recently?
No, I haven't. I wish I would one day.
Have you ever been to the Caribbean? Have you been to Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad? Have you ever been to Brazil?
No. I haven't made some trips to LA and Florida.
Okay, so we got to get you to New York because I want to take you in
Yes.
in a regular neighborhood and let you see the influence that the Chinese have, and also all the stuff that they're getting involved with across Africa and in the Caribbean. You know, which people are like, hey, you know, these guys are coming into all these different countries and establishing their foot here. So it was very shocking to hear what we heard, and I'm glad that the government has come out and said, you know, as of tomorrow, no one should be turned away, don't matter their skin color, from an apartment, from a hotel, or from an eatery. Now, listen, sir, thank you very much for rocking. Hey, Big Skip.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's talk to you. Let's talk to you for a quick second. How much times have you been to China now?
Man, I've been to China a few times now. Probably how many times now, Rob? 5? Yeah, about 5 times.
5 times you've been here.
5 times.
About 5 times, man.
So
5 years in a row, man.
5 years in a row. So when you land in China and you have been moving around in China, have you been faced with any kind of stuff like this, except the norm that you would see in a different place? Sometimes there are some people that are, you know, some people are some ways, but not everybody is that way.
You know, China is a unique country, and you know, it's different beliefs. Like everybody has different beliefs. So like, especially like as an entertainer myself, you know, certain clubs that you know you can say.
Okay, Skip. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever gone to a club in China? Let me create a scenario for you. I got to go and take a short break, but let me create a quick scenario. We're going to come back. Have you ever been to a club in China where you worked there and everything was good? You went back to party the next night and they just won't let you in because of your skin color.
Yeah, I wasn't with the right people.
Okay, so that happened to you. Okay, we're going to take a short break. We're coming right back. Caribbean Fever, 7 point. I got to get it out of them. So you see, they don't want to let this thing out, but we got to get it out of them. We're right back. Caribbean Fever, 107.5 WBLS, David Levy rocking you. Now listen, I can't blame the guy for answering how he answered because he's in China, not me. We had some of the Nigerians decided that they were told not to come on, right? But the guy did say. So let's read between the lines. Effie says that the government just said that as of tomorrow or as of tonight, all persons, black, brown, white, green, Chinese, everybody, should not be allowed to have an apartment, get a hotel room. Everyone should be able to do it, right? So the fact that they said that means something had to have happened for them to say that. I want to take your calls real quick. 212-545-1075. What are your thoughts? Now, just in case you've just joined us, we're talking. We were able to get into China. The gentleman that we spoke to, I guess he's Chinese. He does all the entertainment in China. So he has a different perspective, a little bit of clout. You know, he's got some money. He does all the big entertainers. All the big DJs coming to play for him. Some clubs hold about 3,000 to 4,000 people. So these guys got to be careful. But he did say, starting tonight, you cannot turn away anybody, black, brown, nobody from getting an apartment and a hotel, and you can't stop them from coming into the restaurants to eat. That means that you could not go in the restaurant to eat, and the landlords were kicking you out, and the hotels were kicking you out, and you couldn't find no place to eat, or they would not let you in to eat. I want to hear what your thoughts are. 212-545-1075.